I gotta pour my coffee real quick. So, oh yeah, Brad, we're live. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
What was you about to say to me, boy?
I was about to say, you sunshine.
I gotta move all these watch tools away. So the way we have it set up is I technically can't. We don't have long enough mic cords and headphone cords for both of us to sit at our benches.
You're making coffee, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Let's get it close enough. So I have to set my mic up in my little podcast area where we do all the watch repairs on the watchmaker's bench. And usually I push all the crap out of the way, and I didn't do that. It's just been one of those weeks, Brad, right?
Dude, oh my gosh. Yo, this is going to be just dusty.
This is part of it's part of the experience at this point.
It's your thing. Yeah, this is going to be like a therapy session for us.
It really is. I don't even know how to even. We didn't really talk about how we're gonna just really get it. First off, a couple quick notes. As of right this moment of recording, I'm sure by the time this is posted, we'll be well beyond 2,000 downloads.
Dang.
We're at 1,993.
Dang.
And that's just according to Buzzsprout.
Thank you. That's insane that many people want to, or obviously it's not people, but.
And the craziest thing is, episode 8, which was the Switch and Diamond episode, was definitely the fastest we ever made it to 100 downloads on one single episode.
Nice. A lot of people out there switching diamonds. They're like, I need some tips.
I need some. That's the way it's going to come across, I guess, huh?
It's like, oh, that was not what this is about.
You know what's really sad is, so that episode was, like 30, 35 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
And last night I was trying to make like a little short reel of like just part of that one, like a 1 minute and 20-second part.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent about an hour and a half trying to make a 1 minute clip. This is why we don't do video podcasts right here.
Right.
Like I can't, guys.
There's a lot of things that AI does, and there's a lot of things you would think it could do really quickly. And I'm sure there's like some AI Adobe thing that we could do that's probably $800 a month.
We've already invested enough into this. Until them sponsors start. Their sponsors are going to email us one day, potential, and they're going to be like, "Hey, so how much?" I'm like, "If you could just cover our Adobe subscription, that'd be fantastic."
We just want to make some shorts, not like Old Navy shorts.
It's fall.
Hey.
It's crisp weather right now, boy, isn't it?
Old Navy, you can be a sponsor too.
What was it? The performance fleece?
Performance fleece.
Something's wrong with us. How long have we been recording and not got it? I know what's happening right now. We are dreading taking ourselves to the place where we're going to have to go today.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to. I honestly, because I know yesterday right before we left, we're like, we'll just talk about how it's been about the last week or 10 working days. Would you say? I don't know.
Yeah. I was coming to work yesterday because usually, dusty. Usually we prepare on Tuesday what we're going to talk about on Wednesday because we are a professional podcast organization. Mm-hmm. And so I'm thinking, what are we even going to talk about? And I thought, why don't we? It would be great just to talk about how horrible the last week was. And so I get to work and Dusty's like, hey, why don't we just talk about how horrible the last week was?
I'm sure, Brad, I don't know about you. I know our wives will eventually listen to this. But actually, that's not true. My wife probably will never listen to this. But if she ever does, she'll probably be like, I remember. She'll listen to this in like 2027 and be like, I remember that week. You were in a crappy mood every single day you got home. I just would come home and she'd be like, how's work? And I'm like, oh my, don't even get me started. Just that thing you say, you're like, don't get me started. I won't talk about it. And then about 45 seconds later, you're like, so this lady comes in today. And then that starts like 17 stories of how awful your week has been.
Right. And to clarify, like nothing really horrible happened the last week. It was we've said it's a death by 1,000 cuts about 1 million times in the past week.
Typically on my end, and I don't know how everybody feels about this, other jewelry stores, but it seems like October is typically a slower month, like a down month. It's usually for us, the 2 months out of the year that are like, oh, it's going to be a little slower than normal is like July, when vacation season starts. School lets out. It's like July's pretty quiet. And then October. And I guess it's that push leading up to the holiday season. But this October, it's not the case. What's crazy, this is what's the frustrating part. Some people are going to relate to this, is last October, we had one day with one massive sale. I think it was like a $15,000 or $16,000 day. And I don't even remember what that was or what we sold. It must have been the last time we sold a natural diamond.
Yep.
Because we don't. I mean, we're a pretty small shop, so that's not like a normal day. So if you take out that one sale, we're kind of on par for a normal month. But reality is we're like busier, way busier as far as like intake of repairs and stuff like that. Brad, if you want to talk for 1 second, I unfortunately have to text my wife that our pest control guy is on his way.
Is that what that little like vibration thing was? I thought you farted.
Yeah, no, that was my phone going.
Oh, right. Your phone. Got it. It yesterday, closing up the shop, I looked at Dusty and I said, it feels like Christmas. It feels like a December, like the exhaustion, the mental fatigue you experience working through the holidays. That's what I was feeling on a Tuesday
in the middle of October. Well, and so I mean, I don't know how our schedule is gonna be as we get closer to the holidays. I think we're still gonna have time to do this. I think it'll be probably funnier stories or stressful stories. I don't know, but yeah, this month has just been. I mean, yeah, you said it. That death by 1,000 cuts, and it's just people are. I'm consciously aware this month of how much time people waste, and I don't know a nice way to say that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you do know because it's like
I know what you're saying, but elaborate.
Examples. All right, so we're taking in a lot more repairs than normal. It feels like right now. And when they come in, they're like, "Hey, I've got some things I need fixed." It's okay, and they'll bring out like 7 rings and 4 bracelets and 2 necklaces, and when you have on surface level, it's like, "Oh, that's fine." But the problem is, you have to. There's the story that has, there's the stories, and then it's like they bring out one at a time, and you're just like. And so when you start the conversation, it's like I like to mentally prepare for how long am I going to be with this customer. And maybe that's a good or bad word. Maybe that's why I'm always in a bad mood. I don't know. And so when somebody comes in, I'm like, all right, let's see what I can get done. Let's see how quickly I can get them in and out. Like that's kind of my mentality because I have a million other things to do. But then when they're like, okay, yeah, I have some stuff where you're like, okay, well, what all do you have? Oh, just a couple of repairs. And it's like, okay, this chain, it broke right here as if we can't see it.
Right.
And I don't know, like, what do you think? It's getting is it getting thin? Well, I mean, it's okay, man. We can fix it. Is that all you have? No. I have another one. Okay. Do you have how many chains do you have, ma'am? Oh, I have 4. Okay. Can you just hand them all to me? Because if you're probably bringing them because they're broken. Like the chain's broken or the clasp is broken.
Right.
Like what other reason would you bring me a chain?
Like, oh, here's my perfect chain. Would you like to look at it?
And then you're like, all right, so we got 4 chains. You're like, all right, let me type this up. And they're like, also, before...
Dang. Is that a sound effect? Yeah. Let's go.
This is another one that's happened recently. It's like, you're like, all right, you're typing these up, That's how I type.
Yep.
I'm pretty fast.
Just like that.
And you hit print on the Edge ticket, and they're like, and I also have these rings. And I'm like, oh my God. there's nothing that sets me off, dude. There's nothing when I hit that print button and then you say, a couple more things.
We had a guy yesterday, Dusty was taking it in, did the whole take-in process, printed out the ticket, and he was like, "Oh, can I keep that pendant? It's a good luck charm." And Dusty was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to type everything up again.
I have to read and see." And this is why this episode is going to be weird, is because it's just a bunch of little tiny things. And so that was yesterday at the end of the day. But my wife doesn't understand, and people outside this industry don't understand that was like the 100th thing this week that was just grinding on me and getting under my skin. Yeah, so he typed it up, took a picture of it with the pendant, put in the notes, round St. Christopher pendant included, to make sure, because we had a situation at our old job, which I can talk about if we have time. But actually, I'll just talk about it. We're just rambling this morning, right? And so I typed it all up and printed it, and he goes like, "Actually, let me keep that pendant." And I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Dude, I have to redo everything. I have to cancel your repair and oh yeah, sorry about that." And it's like, bro, and I know he doesn't get it. It's fine. But that reminds me why we do that now. I'm sure everyone's experienced this at our old job, Brad. I don't know if you remember this or if you were there, but it was something I took in, and I wrote on the ticket. This was back when everything was handwritten, and it was just a gold rope chain. And when the lady came to pick it up, she said, as soon as she picked it up, she goes, "Where's my diamond cross?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, it says gold rope chain on here." Well, it had a diamond cross on it. And I'm like, if it had a diamond cross on it, I would have written diamond cross on rope chain.
Right.
And so she gets the owner over there, and he's just like, it's got to be here somewhere, because he went into panic mode all the time.
Of course.
And instead of just saying, "Do you have any proof?" or "That wasn't written down." And then she hit me with, "Well, you didn't write that there wasn't a diamond pendant on there." And I'm like, why would I write rope chain? There's not a diamond cross on it.
Oh my gosh.
It's so weird. And I remember just that moment burned into my brain of do I have to start writing what's not in the envelope? This is so stupid. But,
and I think back to that topic. I'm like, how did that not happen more often? Because we were taken in. I mean, there was not any. You were lucky to have a minute to yourself every hour. So we were constantly filling out things, changing watch batteries, and most of the yellow tickets were filled out so haphazardly.
Oh, yeah.
And just very.
Well, we
half
also
the people couldn't speak English.
That's what I was about to say. So, you'd be like, we'd look at it, and we're like, what does that say?
It says Packy Whack.
There was a famous ticket that one of the guys wrote, and it said, PAKIWA, C something. And the owner came in, and he was so annoyed that day. And he grabbed the ticket, he's like, what is this? Packy Whack? What's a Packy Whack? And he was trying to say pocket watch. He was trying That was like a daily occurrence. Or you get a ticket and it just said John. That's it.
Right.
No date. And that was usually the owner who did that.
Oh yeah.
So what exactly are you picking up? It's
the
for John.
The instructions would be fix.
Yeah.
Fix watch.
And then
fix
John
ring.
John would come in and he'd be like, "Yeah, my last name's Brown." So we're just frantically looking for Brown, and we finally find the ticket. We're like, we'll call the owner. It's like, "Oh yeah, it's laying over there," and then the ticket just says John Fix. It's like, okay, that's why it was so hard to find. Well, anyway, back to our life. But no, it's just been, and so it's like so I have to retype the ticket because he took the pendant off. Mm-hmm. And some of this is I'm just mixing up stories at this point, and so you're like, all right, well, it's it's fine, it's whatever. And then somebody walks in and they have a gallon size bag of 7 to 10 watches. And it's like, oh my gosh.
And see, my wife will ask me about it because obviously I'm in a bad mood too, and I don't even want to tell her because it's like
you have to relive it.
one, I have to relive it, but two, it's like if I tell one story, like nothing by itself is that spectacular.
Yeah, you tell the story, and you're like, somebody brought in 8 watches, and you're like, your wife and your spouse are like, oh, wow, it sounds terrible.
Sounds like your job.
You're like, no, you don't understand. That was after 4 other people got on my nerves. Oh, what did they do? Well, one of them just wanted to look, and they just looked for 10 minutes. It was so annoying.
Oh, we got to talk about. I am sure this is frustrating for especially salespeople, but Dusty had a customer yesterday. Oh my gosh! So we were, both of us at the bench all day, but could not get anything done because of people walking in. And this lady, I think it was a grandmother, had her grandson.
Oh my! I forgot about this.
Tell them about it.
It's just. Well, actually, you finish, and I'll pick up because I don't even remember how it started.
So Ari was busy, I was busy, and so Dusty ended up helping, and I think she was trying to get something fixed.
But because she was here. Yeah, because I think we were all. Yeah, yesterday was just weird. It was like lots of people just standing around waiting for people to help.
Yes.
And it was like an elderly lady, and she had her grandson. And it was like, she was asking a ton of questions about repairs, just taking up time. And I get it. That is our job. I get that. But it's also frustrating after you like talk to them and look at it and you're like, well, this is what it needs and this is what's going on and this is how much it's going to cost. And then they're like, okay, well, I'm just going to think about it. And it's so frustrating. And I get it. They have to think about it, whatever. And so I walk away and go sit down. And as soon as I sit down, the little boy is on the far side of the store, like the further spot from where my bench is. And he just wants to know the price of like turquoise earrings. But I don't know that. They're just like looking and she's kind of doing that thing like, can you wave me over? Can I see this real quick? And so I'm thinking it's for her. And I'm like, you've already been in here like 10 minutes. And we made $0. So I'm like, stand back up, walk all the way around the store to the far side. And it's just the 10-year-old going like, how much are those earrings? And I was like, oh, these are, $300. And she's like, wow, those are $300, Timmy. And he's like, yeah, I don't have $300. And then I'm like, all right. So I put it up and I'm like super irritable. I'm keeping it inside, but I'm just like, whatever. So I put it up and then, so I start to take a couple steps away and she goes, how much are the matching earrings? And I'm like, it doesn't matter if I say $1 or $1,000. Again, this was after a long day of just nonstop nonsense.
Right. And we both have kids. Like, I have never had my child just be interested in something that obviously they're not going to buy or have the money and be like, hey, grown-up person that's doing something else, come over here and placate my child. And show them around like we're playing shop or something.
Do you think does that happen anywhere else in any other industry? It happens here. I mean, it's not like a daily occurrence, but it happens here more than you would think.
I'm gonna take my kid to the car dealership.
Yeah, and just say, oh yeah, my kid just likes Mustangs. Can you show him one?
How much is it?
Yeah, how much is it? Oh, Timmy, that's $45,000. Now
I didn't know there's that much money in the world, Dad.
I know. It's like, can he sit in the driver's seat and just play with the steering wheel? Press the buttons, please? He just loves this. Thank you so much. Are you busy? Oh, you are? Well, he'll just be another hour and a half. That's how it feels like,
Yes. And the thing I've noticed, have you noticed this when people come in and they have a lot of things to do? They almost come in with the attitude of like, okay, well, I'm here now, mister, so we're just, I know you're busy. Because we're not bad at customer service. We're really matter of fact. We're to the point, like, we have stuff to do, so we try to speed up the process. And we do it in a polite way. But they just look at you like, nope, we are. I'm going to take your time, and we are just going to sit here until I have asked all my questions and told all my stories.
And it's a mentality thing, right? Because when sweet Ari is here, and she's over there for 20, 30 minutes with the sweet little old lady, and they're just looking at stuff, and I hear them laughing, and I'm like, that's so sweet. But if that was me over there,
Oh my God.
on the inside, I would be screaming bloody murder.
Yes.
And again, I know this is not every store setup, so I am somewhat envious of, like, any of you bench jewelers who get to, like, you got a little room in the back.
Oh, they're just laughing at us now.
Now, don't get me wrong. They probably got salespeople that are constantly bothering them and stuff like that, or maybe they have to go out and answer questions about repairs. But when you're in our situation, and it's like I have 4 jobs due today that I haven't finished. So when the doorbell dings, I'm like, oh my God, I got to finish these rings. I'm like, I hope it's something quick, and then it's not. It's just not something quick. In fact, it's something that they drug out. And we're getting a lot of I'm starting to get. I'm curious. You guys can. Is that Adam? He's about to.
He's stopping.
Oh gosh. Thankfully, I've learned how to pause. So we're going to pause with a quick word from our sponsor. All right. So I definitely messed up that pausing for our sponsor. So today's sponsor is UPS. Oh dang, Brad, is that a big box? Oh my. Big old shit. Oh boy. I forgot how to unpause so we have a whole new track to sync together now, so that's fine. But yeah, I was just saying today's sponsor is UPS. UPS gets more airtime on this podcast than our own company,
Right?
but I was about to get into, and I'm genuinely curious. So please email us. Sometimes we forget to mention the email, benchjewelermemes@gmail.com. I'm curious of how all the different, and I know there's so many different approaches depending on your setup on how to handle when customer just walks in for the first time ever. They're like, oh, do you do custom work? Because I feel like that conversation could go a million different ways, and it could take an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've described, it's just not, and we're constantly trying to figure out how do we handle this? Because sometimes people walk in, they're like, yeah, you do custom work, and then they show you like a hidden halo. And it's like, okay. But you don't know until you're like, well, do you have any ideas? And so it takes you 15 questions to figure out if this is something that I need to schedule an appointment for later. And then you're like, well, I've already spent 10 minutes. Like, should I just try to just do it now, even though I have 100 things to do? But we're gonna figure it out because, like, I think, was it Monday? Monday is our half day, and it was just, again, it was crazy, and it was the week before was so crazy. We're thinking like maybe it's a new week.
And Mondays are usually very chill. Yeah. It's just, the old people whose watches died over the weekend.
Oh yeah. On Mondays we have very low amounts of money coming in. It's almost exclusively batteries because we don't really schedule pickups for Monday because we feel bad if people show up at like 3 and we're closed and they don't realize that it's a half day for us. So we close at 2. Typically, I have to leave around 1:45. I got to go pick up one of my kids and to take him the drum lesson. So I leave about 15 minutes early, and it was I say long day. It was a short day, but it felt like forever because of the amount
we were busy.
Yeah,
we were nonstop. Legitimately busy.
It's just, you don't know what it's like, or maybe you do.
Oh, they know.
Just 2 bench jewelers in the store because Monday our part-time girl's not here, and just to be like just with 3, 4, 5 people deep just standing around waiting. And the people at the front of the line, I forgot where I was going with the story, but the people at the front of the line, it's like they have no clue that there's 3 people standing behind them. That's what, like, as a human being, if I'm at a fast food place and I'm taking up time, I'm like, I have this like internal clock of like, I'm tying everybody up. I should keep it moving. But it's like jewelry store customers are just. So anyway, the guy comes. It's 1:45. I'm about to. I'm grabbing my keys, and somebody walks in. I'm like, well, let me see what they need real quick, because Brad was working on the laser. And he's like, hey, yeah, you guys do custom work, right? And I'm like, oof. I'm like, this is. But I don't say anything. I'm like, we do. I was like, I said, we do close in a few minutes. I said, but do you have a specific question? He's like, yeah. I tried to make my own engagement ring and design it and cast it myself. And he brings out a little baggie of just like pieces of metal. and like a 1.5 carat oval lab grown diamond that he got offline.
So yeah, hearing it, I'm thinking, oh, he tried to like chat GPT or sketch something, and then Dusty said no, he had met.
So I instantly know, like, this is a long conversation, and I have to leave. And so I'm trying to graciously say, like, hey, buddy, I was like, kind of bad timing. We close in like 15 minutes. I was like, and also I'm literally about to walk out, keys in hand, jingle jingle. Need some more sound effects. And
That was perfect.
And they just look like they're so like they're annoyed and disappointed that I didn't have time to entertain them. And I'm like, bro,
Right.
this is not the time. But we've talked about it before. People just come at the last minute, and it's never like a quick thing at the last. Like nobody gets here when we open to talk about custom work.
Correct.
It's always like when I sit down to eat lunch or right before we close. This is completely random and off topic because I said it so quickly. I don't know about everybody else, but we're starting to get a lot of young men coming in, and they already have their lab grown diamond that they got offline.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're getting decent deals, and sometimes they're not getting good deals at all, and it's super frustrating.
But they found it online. It has to be a good deal.
So I've already said this twice, and I don't know how to say it. Do you buy a diamond offline or online?
I always say online.
Hey, I got this diamond online. But then, because a customer said it yesterday, and I remember thinking when they said offline, I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. You have to buy it online.
Right.
But then I catch myself using those interchangeably.
I think a lot of people do. Yeah.
Anyway, that was just a weird little...
Yeah. But
you can catch this episode online or offline. Do you know how many... I don't care. If you're listening to this and this is you, then just consider yourself shamed. The amount of DMs...
Wait, we have like 4 listeners, Dusty, and you're starting to shame them.
I am. I'm shaming them. The amount of DMs or comments that say, where can I find your podcast, is getting ridiculous. Come on, guys. We are in the jewelry industry. We consider ourselves to be superior in all things intellectual.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's true, but that's just how we, especially that's how we carry ourselves.
Yes. We're better than everyone else.
We're better than everyone. And so it's like, hey, make sure you listen to the next episode. Where can I listen to it at? Literally, I don't...
Anywhere you can find a podcast.
And if you don't know, Google it.
Yep.
Chat GPT it. And then they'll just be like, well, is it on Apple Podcast? Did you even look before you type that out? It is faster to type it out. Like, we're becoming the people we're complaining about.
Right.
If you're asking silly questions.
Yes.
And I'm sorry if you feel stupid right now, but I'm not sorry.
But please continue listening.
Gotta get them numbers up. We want to get sponsorship.
Speaking of people oblivious to people behind them in line, yesterday, this lady, Dusty was helping a lady, and I'm in the back. I can barely get this up. Change a watch battery, and I hear her, and there's a line. There's probably 4 or 5 people in here.
Yep.
And I hear her talking about some festival. Like, have you heard of such and such festival in somewhere? And Dusty's like, no. And she was like, you haven't? Oh my gosh. all the while, like, everything's done with her. Like, she just needs to be leaving. And she's like, yes, this festival, and my cousin or something was the what do they call it? The Grand Marshal of the parade. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm gonna be honest. You caught more from that because by that time I was so over it, and because our shop is very small,
Right.
and there's 3. So this is actually what was happening. So you were working with a lady who frequents this place, and she's a New Yorker for sure. Keep in mind we're in the South, but she's a New Yorker, which is fine. I think she means well.
She is definitely not the worst one.
She had like
we love
4
New York.
Yeah. She had like 4 watches, batteries, sizings, and she was, being picky about, I take a link out, add a link. And so Brad was helping her, and so I get stuck with the elderly lady, and she was actually just selling some gold and silver. So I'm like, okay. So while I'm kind of sorting the silver and gold, like another person walks in, and then I'm like, okay, I need to speed this up. And then another person walks in. So now there's two people behind her. So I kind of get her sorted. I'm like, all right, this is how much we can pay you. And she's like, yeah, I want to do that. So I'm getting it all typed up and printed out. And as I'm finishing, the lady that is being helped by Brad,
the New Yorker,
she is waiting for an opportunity to ask me a question. I can see, like, you can tell when they're just like they're waiting to jump in. And then so I'm trying to finish up. This is even before she started this was about the time she started on the story or that you were just saying. And so as soon as I'm like, all right, well, I'm trying to do that thing. I was like, all right, well, you're all set. So, have a good one. I'm trying to cut her off. And then Brad's customer is like, I have a real quick question. So she cuts in front of the other, at this point, I think another person had walked in. So there was 3. So there was 5 in the store. You were helping one, I was helping, it was 3 waiting. But the Brad's customer is like, I just have a quick question. Are y'all going to do that sale before, she said, the day before Thanksgiving. And so I'm like, well, it's actually the Monday before. I said, but yeah, we do it every year. Oh, okay, so what time is that? But keep in mind, she said, she interrupted, cut in line. She's already being helped by Brad.
Yes.
And now she has follow-up questions. Well, what time is that? Oh, it's 10 to 2. Oh, I thought it was noon to 2. No, it's 10 to 2. Meanwhile, the people behind her look like they're internally fuming.
As we are.
Yeah, and so this is just a funny story, the way this one transpired. So she asked me a few and I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm again trying to gracefully like, okay, well, look, there's some people behind you. Guy comes up. Of course, he has watch batteries. Of course he does. He says, I have a couple things for you, and he hands me 2 watches. So I'm thinking we're done. So I come. One of them's not working. One's like corroded and everything. And as soon as I'm like, hey, this one will just be $15.
I'm going to interrupt you because you did not think that was it.
Well, I was suspicious.
You said, I think they have more, but I'm just so tired I grabbed their watches and came back here.
That's true. I was suspicious, but I just needed to like physically, because when we go behind like a little like half wall to do batteries, and it's like our little safe space.
Yes.
And so I finished it, go up, and he's like, yeah, and this was what got me, because he technically didn't have anything. He just had more questions. And he was like, you guys, buy gold? And I'm like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, let's take a look at it. Oh, well, I don't have it. And then he just starts explaining it, and I'm like, oh my. Meanwhile, there's still people behind him. Mm-hmm. And so at this point, Brad's customer is still here.
Still here. So
I get them out of here. And I think there was a gap before another person came in. And so, no. That's right. I was finished up. A lady came and just sat down in the chair. So then I let my customer go. Well, then Brad's customer, again, starts talking to me immediately. And I'm like, hey, let me, I'm trying to answer her question real quick. And so finally I'm like, Brad, and I was doing this not to be irritated with you, Brad, but to let her know she doesn't get 2 people working here to cater to her while there's other people waiting.
Correct.
So I said, Brad, whatever you're doing, I'll finish it, because we both can't be helping her at the same time.
Yes.
And I was trying to make it very obvious. Like, are you socially aware of what is happening right now?
Right.
The only 2 employees in the store you have tied up doing stuff for you, while a lady just sits patiently and is waiting her turn.
Right.
Sorry, I rambled on that one.
You sure did. You feel better, though?
I think it's good that we intentionally didn't give ourselves a lot of time for this episode.
Because we'd have kept going. But I do want to get to one other thing before we leave, because I've wanted to get to this for a couple weeks now.
Sweet.
I don't know. Would you consider it our logo?
Oh, the at Ben Stiller memes?
No, not the one of us.
Oh, no, it's just like our little stick figure representations of us.
Right. So what would you call that? It's
like
a name?
A little I don't know.
But you've posted it.
Oh yeah. It kind of serves as a little representation, a cartoon representation of me and Brad.
I just want everybody to know I do have more hair.
Okay. Let's not get crazy there. You do. You're right.
A little bit. I do have a little bit more hair than is represented.
You know what's funny about that? When I made it, I showed my kids, and I think it was like my 5-year-old was like, "Oh, that's Brad." And then they were like, "Who's the other guy?" I was like, "Oh, that's me." They're like, "Oh, you don't have a mustache," and I'm like,
Right,
so,
you have a much larger beard than the stick figure representation does, and I have way more hair, way more. But yeah, it's funny. Yes, it does look like me though. It's pretty crazy how good that stuff can be.
Sorry, I don't understand.
my phone. You know how Siri is.
No, I don't.
You say something that sounds like. I know. Oh, we know. Oh gosh, Brad. You know what? We have to open in 5 minutes.
Oh,
I don't want. I just
God.
want to hang out here on the podcast all day.
We could do that if we had sponsors.
One day,
Old Navy.
It might be a year from now, but one day we're just gonna go like live and just hang out with people.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a while. Nobody get their hopes up. I shouldn't have teased that already, but
Yeah, we tease guests and they don't show up.
I did have a lengthy conversation with our vendor yesterday, and it was our fault. We should not have kept saying that he was going to come on, but
It was not our fault.
I mean, I have text proof that he was going to be here,
Right.
and and I do know that he listens now because he was sick and he called up on all the episodes, or most of them. So.
This could be you, but you playing.
Also, we do want to, I think I mentioned it vaguely, we want to encourage people to send us emailed stories. I know I beat this dead horse, but I cannot keep up with PMs. We're getting a ton of people who are volunteering to be on the episode, and I know it sounds like
You having
we're not
digestive
trying,
problems
I know,
over there?
I'm like burping, but we're trying to it's actually not figuring out the remote guest, it's how do we do it where it actually sounds really good. And people have already emailed me ideas. We're not short on ideas on how to problem solve it. It's, as you heard, it's just been like at the end of the day, like we have to do jewelry repairs and run a jewelry store. So it's just easy for us to come in before we open one day a week and just do this. It's a lot harder to schedule guests to make sure it's going to sound good and do test runs. It's, sorry we're busy. Sorry we're a successful jewelry store.
I am sorry about that. It's made our jobs way harder.
We're over here trying to figure out, like, do we just keep raising prices, or do we just, like, hey, we're open 3 days a week now? Like, how do we get
Go
work done?
appointment only. Like, this week has changed our whole outlook.
I know. And then what happens as soon as we make some sweeping changes, it'll be, like, dead for
of
3
course.
weeks. I'll be like, that was an overreaction. When it's, like, a bad week, it's like, that's fine. It'll be normal. And then when it's 2 weeks, you're like, okay, do we need to make sweeping changes?
Yep.
So how are we going to sign off?
Maybe
what are we going to title this episode?
we're crashing out,
Yeah.
as the kids say. I hope we have a song about this. I hope BJ Mandrell can write us a song about this.
We'll add that to his list of requests. All right, Brad.
All right, we got to open.
We got to go. Thank you for listening to Bench Jeweler Memes podcast.
Bye.
20 years of steady hands, little torch, platinum bands, every ring a testament to the craft that I've been in. Then they wheeled it through the door, chroming circuits, nothing more. Said it's time to modernize, but I see fear behind my eyes. Always die hard in this weathered heart, but the world keeps spinning faster. Now I'm dancing with the laser light, precision beams that burn so bright. What I feared would steal my soul made me something 10 times more. Every spark of symphony, of old craft and new harmony. I was wrong to run and hide from this fire burning inside. First attempts were shaky, strange, learning curves and focal range. Melted gold and ruined stones, working late, I'm all alone. But slowly something starts to click, like a long forgotten trick. My hands remember how to flow, with tools I'm learning to know. Always die hard in this weathered heart, but the world keeps spinning faster. Now I'm dancing with the laser light, precision fix what once was lost. Hairline cracks at half the cost. Delicate work that torch can't do, making masterpieces new. Technology and tradition joined in perfect composition. I'm the same, but I'm reborn in this bright electric dawn. Now I'm dancing with the laser light, precision beams that burn so bright. What I feared would steal my soul made me something 10 times whole. Every spark a symphony of old craft and new harmony. I was wrong to run and hide from this fire burning inside. 40 years of steady hands, now they hold tomorrow's plans. In the fusion of the old and new, I found something pure and true. Years of steady hands, now they hold tomorrow's plans. In the fusion of the old and new, I found something pure and true.